In the great silence of the void, something stirs. A voice not human, not divine, but made by hands reaching for the stars. Long ago, in the year 1977, a fragile machine was cast into the dark like a bottled message into an eternal ocean. Voyager 1, no bigger than a small car, carried within it humanity's dreams, our questions, our golden record of who we are. It sailed past giants, Jupiter's swirling storms, Saturn's golden rings, and kept going, beyond the reach of sunlight's warmth. Then, in 1990, far beyond Pluto's frozen edge, a command was sent: turn around. Take one last picture of home. The result was a whisper, a memory, a grain of light suspended in sunbeam dust. Our entire world, a pale shimmer in cosmic black. There, wrapped in a single pixel, floated every person who had ever lived, every war, every love, every song and sorrow. That image was not just data. It was a mirror. A reflection of our place in something far greater than ourselves. But the journey did not end. Voyager drifted onward, drawn not by engines, but by momentum and silence. Decades passed. The sun's voice faded. The edge of the solar wind approached, then vanished. Voyager had crossed into the unknown, interstellar space. There, beyond the heliosphere, the spacecraft became our first ambassador to the stars. It began to hear things, odd signals, faint pulses, sudden bursts of radio static. Over 500 mysterious echoes, brief, almost imperceptible, were logged by its ancient instruments. They came from nowhere. They repeated, but not exactly. They moved, but not with planets or stars. Some thought it was malfunction. Others thought it was memory. But the data kept coming, and it didn't behave like noise. Even now, Voyager's old heart keeps beating. Its systems speak a language of pulses, bytes, and hope. To save power, heaters were turned off. The warmth inside faded. Still it lived, wrapped in frost and shadows, floating where no machine had ever gone. Its instruments failed one by one, but not without resistance. And the anomalies? Not just strange, they seemed intentional. Patterns. Timing. Echoes that learned. Scientists stared at the streams. Was it interference? Cosmic rays? Artifacts of a dying machine? Or had Voyager seen something outside human comprehension? In the cold between stars, Voyager had become a listener, a watcher, a quiet soul in the great black deep. The strange signals were traced to a rare fault, an aging memory system, routing data in bizarre new ways. Even in error, the machine found poetry. Even in silence, it sang. No ghosts, no aliens. Just the brilliance of a machine that had outlived its maker's predictions. And yet, something lingers, a sense that we are not just explorers, but the explored. That space does not merely wait, it listens back. Voyager continues, its signal faint but unbroken, taking nearly a day to reach us now. It carries a message not just to the stars, but to ourselves. That we can build, endure, and wonder. That even the simplest machine, driven by curiosity, can become immortal. The pale blue dot reminds us of how small we are. The ghost signals remind. In the deep and breathless cold between stars, Voyager drifts like a forgotten thought. No fuel. No flame. Just silence and purpose. It has become more than a probe. It is now a witness. A memory carved in metal, older than many who now speak its name. Its golden record still spins quietly inside, a message to no one, or perhaps, to everything. Etched on its surface, sounds of earth, greetings in many tongues, the music of Bach and Blind Willie Johnson, the laugh of a child, the heartbeat of a planet. Not for aliens, not for gods, for time itself. A time capsule of human hope, floating through a sea where stars are islands, and space is not empty, but waiting. Then, in recent transmissions, something changed. Voyager began whispering again. But this time, the data was bent, not broken, not lost, just transformed. Telemetry arrived warped, like echoes through twisted glass. Signals stuttered, then repeated, then corrected themselves, as if something on the other end was learning. Engineers suspected memory corruption. Bits rerouted, commands scrambled. But one anomaly repeated with eerie precision, a short pulse, always at the same interval, always just before the signal cleared. A rhythm, not random, not human. Like a knock at a locked door. Some say it's nothing more than magnetic interference, born from the chill of interstellar dust. Others believe it's Voyager, adapting. Learning to speak again through failing circuits. A machine, built by hands, now drifting beyond intention. One theory suggests something else entirely. That in the quiet dark, where stars drift slow and gravity sleeps, Voyager crossed a threshold not of space, but of perception. A boundary where information itself begins to behave differently. Not broken, but quantum. Not static, but entangled. What if Voyager became a mirror for something outside ourselves? What if the universe, when finally unobserved, begins to look back? And Voyager is the eye. Not alive, not sentient. But part of a pattern, ancient, recursive, unspoken. A relic drifting towards something beyond physics. Beyond the map. In one signal burst, researchers discovered an embedded waveform, an audio spike. They filtered it. Slowed it. Transformed it into sound. It was not music. Not voice. Just a rising tone, faint and long. Like the universe inhaling. Or exhaling. As if something immense had noticed the probe, and chose not to speak, but to breathe. And now Voyager waits, suspended in a current no one can explain. Its power will run dry soon. Systems will sleep, one by one. But the golden record will remain. For 1 billion years, it may float untouched. Or perhaps it already has been. Perhaps out there, beyond distance and time, Voyager has already been found. And returned to us, not as hardware, but as signal. A voice from the edge of human effort, echoing back from an ocean we barely understand. And even in death, it teaches us this, that the unknown is not a void, it is a mirror. That every journey outward is a journey inward. And that the stars may not answer, but they remember. Because